going against Giannis, man. But Giannis want the work.
The countdown is on from Milwaukee, Wisconsin at Fiserv Forum. The Pacers taking on the Bucks for Indiana. They started the season with a win. Tonight, out to make it win number
2.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. DA, take it away.
Well, almost.
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Benson in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. And the Oladipo injury last year, many teams would have folded in losing an all-star like that. But head coach Nate McMillan refused to wave the white flag. Got his team together. They played a little bit differently, and they survived.
They did, and I think the biggest reason they survived is they're in the Eastern Conference. And it's a lot easier to survive when you're in the same conference where Orlando goes like 22-11 to end the season.
Yes.
I was impressed by the fight they had, and you really saw in the playoffs like how little talent they had. You know, they were kind of hanging around those first couple Celtic games. And then you have like Wesley Matthews taking the game-deciding shot. And, you know, they really were scrappy, and they definitely overachieved. To lose your best player when you have no other all-star on the team and still make the playoffs to do what they did, I thought was impressive.
Shows you how impressive it can be to have a player like Oladipo who plays both ends very well.
Right.
But the importance of an all-star on that team is you can't make the postseason without it.
And actually weirdly good for him to get a taste of not being there. And sometimes guys come back from that and they're at even a higher level.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Outside to Brogdon. Oladipo outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Ogden picks him up. The shot, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. He had 13 points in the win against Miami.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
And Giannis earning another All-NBA nod, Bill. He'll be eligible to sign the biggest contract in NBA history this coming summer.
I thought you had the biggest contract
after
in NBA history.
After you.
Oh, I'm sorry,
after
I'm confused. Well, what's funny about this is they could have signed him to the max a few years ago, and there was this rule that you could only have one guy on your team could have a 5-year max, and they were saving it for Jabari Parker.
Right.
So they signed him for 4 years, $100 million, a little bit of a discount. Now he's going to make them pay. And
in a big way.
If I was Giannis, I would be very spiteful about the fact that they cared about Jabari more than me, and I would want to sign with the Celtics. But that's just me.
That was a different GM, though, at the time.
Listen, it doesn't matter who it was.
Right.
They didn't treat you right, Giannis. You should leave.
Here's the Beast. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. To the paint. Takes it from 10. Buries the jump shot.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Selfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, getting them the ball.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Turner. Sabonis trying to get open. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got his second basket of the night. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Bro, how you get that steal?
Here's DiVincenzo. And there's the pass to Bledsoe. Got a piece of it.
Sabonis has to use good timing in order to block shots.
What?
That time he did.
And check out the numbers for Miles Turner. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season, over 2.5 blocks and 7 rebounds. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about two key components.
Wow, hammering it in.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
On the free throw, no good. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like the next thing to do is just can you help other people get to where they should be?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
Good work defensively by Turner.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Brogdon outside. And the rejection by Giannis. Fires from deep. The shot by Brogdon, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Middleton can't get it to go. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Benson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Hill's checked in, and Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome, and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have League Pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure. Just one of these that win my book.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
His cousin had a truck. The cousin went to jail. The aunt called and said, hey, I don't have the money to get the truck out of tow. So I paid for the truck. The arrangement was she had 30 days to give me the money back for the truck. If she did it within that 30 days, then I would get to, sell the truck. But I moved about a week and a half after that because we got into it. We just weren't getting along. So I moved with my cousin. So I had to move that. Well, during that time, he sold the truck and didn't give me
I'm live streaming. You just interrupting my whole life.
Officer came there, I explained to them what happened. He asked me where she was. I said she don't stay in St. Louis, she stay in Springfield, Missouri. And I said, okay, she left the kids here. She took my belongings but didn't take the kids. So if I'm a deadbeat father and all this, why do I have my kids with me? That's what I'm telling the officer. We had a nice conversation. How much cash was it? I had maybe $500-600 in my wallet and all my property.
Yeah, ma'am, he sounds very
He
convincing.
also said he works too, sir.
So he knows.
I didn't say I worked. I did not say I was shot. I say I was shot. My
He's slow.
uncle gave it
Not
to me
slow,
because
bro.
I had to leave her residence because she had me arrested.
That's not funny.
She had me arrested for false charges. She didn't want me to stay in her property, so then she
Trains the three-pointer.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
Hill passes to Lopez.
We got to get a new center. This center's terrible. Miles Turner.
It's back to Hill. Beyond the arc. Sabonis
In real life,
grabs
I
the
heard we
ball.
got a little solid,
They've
not a
been
little solid
sensational
squad.
on the backboard to start this game.
Oladipo, the pass to Turner. And blocked. That one goes careening
So
off the
we're gonna
glass.
foul.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Indiana leading by 5. Good work there as it goes. 10 points for the Beast.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
The drive by Hill.
I'm trying to
Here's
go
on to
team
Tacumbo.
orientated.
And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Feels like it disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Brogdon against Giannis. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. And
I'm about to say,
contact
let's
on
go.
the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez. With the length of the Bucks, Bill, the shooting, the capacity to push the tempo, this is a frighteningly good team to try to defend.
It is, unless it's the third round of the playoffs. Then they become super easy to defend because everybody's afraid to take a jump shot. Yeah, they play with pace. They spread the floor for Giannis, and they're really good at
No, he just
running
sauced me
everything
up.
through him while everybody else around him is somebody that complements him.
Right
A lot of
coach?
ti-
Was it the right coach, you think, at the right time for
was
where
the-
these were?
Yeah, it was
in
the
the
right
development?
coach for about 92 games last year, and then it kind of flipped a little bit. I think,
Dude,
the big thing for
second
them
one,
is who can be
Giannis.
their second shot creator when the other team takes out Giannis. And usually you find that out there in the playoffs. Take out Giannis, who's creating a
Who's
shot?
left? Yes.
Nobody could do that in the Toronto series last year, and that's what killed him.
Oladipo taking his time here. Good on the shot. Oladipo's got his third bucket of the night.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
For the Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Heat.
In no way that game should have been as close as it was. They sort of stumbled, but they found a way at the end to pull it out.
Brogdon against Hill. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No problem getting a little bit physical. Brogdon's got a good, solid base build there and drew the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
I was about to
Seemed
dunk
like he
on him.
changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it. So
did.
close to getting
know
the
what
block
that was.
there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. Oladipo, left side. Turner. Pass to Sabonis. Takes it from 10, and it's off the back
Dude, how the
rim. No
heck did
good.
he miss that?
And it's the Bucks ball. Here's Middleton. That puts them in the lead. And the Bucks lead by 2.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead to keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Benson. Pass to Sabonis. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Picked right back up. Don't do that.
Here's Hill. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then...
In a good way, you gotta...
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Chris Middleton is out there with Williams. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Hill. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they make the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talked about.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube, and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Hill dishes to Williams. Here's DiVincenzo. Guarded by Oladipo. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. No good from outside.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backdoor.
Oladipo misses. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And again, the Bucks miss.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where are people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden, it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Milwaukee making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. It's back to Hill. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hill's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K esports league just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, in basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals. And, you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me. And it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff.
with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Bucks trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Feeds it to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And, Bill, we were talking about how so many NBA players are playing 2K these days and getting to play online against people you don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I remember my buddy Gus, who I played a ton of video games with in the 80s. The first time we could play online against each other was like a really pivotal moment in both of our lives. Sometime in the mid-2000s. We're just like, this is amazing. You're in Connecticut,
How
I'm in
can this
LA,
be?
and we're playing video games. This is great. We've arrived.
We've arrived.
And here's Hill for 3, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
Oladipo's struggling right now.
Indiana on D.
Works not.
Hill inside. He's guarded by Brogdon, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
In 2019, Chris Middleton named an All-Star for the first time. Bill, can he be the second best player on a championship team? He was asked, I guess, to be that last year, and it didn't work.
I think he can be the 3rd best player in the championship.
3rd, yes.
But I think you saw in the playoffs last year when they really needed the second kind of creator. I don't even want to say scorer, but somebody who could create a shot when your best guy is either sitting or having a bad game. He's just not quite there. He's too streaky, I think.
Terrific player.
Really good player. He can definitely be one of the best 4 guys on the championship.
Absolutely.
But as the number 2 guy now.
Here's Oladipo, but he recovers it. Second chance shot. Rebound by Williams.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Milwaukee has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Hill has the open look, hits the 3-point bomb. Hill's got 8 points.
George Hill showing some confidence here tonight. When he's got room from deep to fire like that, he didn't think twice about that one.
Here's the beast, defended by Middleton. Here's Benson. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bledsoe comes in for George Hill. Milwaukee's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. from 12 feet out. And it's another
I need
Milwaukee
somebody who
shot
can
right there
actually
going in.
guard the paint.
So important for this offense that when you get opportunities like that, a player can knock them down. This time it's Bledsoe.
Right side Turner. Back to Brogdon. Matthews against Oladipo. Turner passes to Sabonis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Sabonis. Good. And it's Oladipo picking up the assist. 14 points for Sabonis.
Nice to see Sabonis and some of that mobility for a big man to use that screen and roll.
Bledsoe dishes to Matthews. Lopez passes to Giannis. Releases. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Here's Oladipo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Giannis kicks to Matthews. Fader on the way. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. Pacers trail by 4. 1:49 left to play in the first half. Stolen by Middleton. 4-on-3 break. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
2013 draft, Victor Oladipo out of Indiana becomes the 2nd overall pick. And he broke out in his first season with the Pacers. Nice to see him come back from this injury and start to make an impact.
Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right,
There's your number right here on my speed
You
dial.
have my number. Call me.
Well, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Bledsoe looking around. Misses the 3.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet, he's going to dunk just about anything.
Benson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Both good from the line that time.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
We don't even need another pump.
Bledsoe against Brogdon.
Only because we don't need.
Bledsoe outside. Puts up a 3. No good that time. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sport. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Efficiency.
22 assists.
You know,
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half.
Just wanted to say 22 assists.
And as we
Oh no, that's tripping. Yeah.
get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the
Probably
second
could've took a better shot right
half.
there.
On the court for Indiana, Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's Benson in at the small forward position.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
Antetokounmpo against Sabonis. Antetokounmpo, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
You got to get in front of Oladipo or else you're going to see
struggling,
things like that. We don't mind.
Bounce pass, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton. Goes up on the high post. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist in this one. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
The Bucks trail.
Thought this was.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Benson. Here's Turner. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Turner's got 8.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And Brett, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And the challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
I got to turn up.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Benson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And they take the lead. DiVincenzo's got 12 points in the game.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Here's Benson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. The Beasts got 27.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The pass to Bledsoe. And here's Middleton. Sabonis grabs the board. The wide open look here for Oladipo.
God.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stop.
Bledsoe at that size being able to get up onto the rim, Kevin, that is impressive stuff.
Here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. There's the three. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Passes to Benson. Shoots the three. And the Pacers another three.
Yes,
He played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
My
He's got 24.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Pacers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Out to the right wing. Here's the beast. Antetokounmpo defending, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Giannis. That one goes in.
The muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Middleton on the wing to the middle. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Middleton trying to break free. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Hill. Giannis has got 6 here in this quarter. They double him with Middleton. Brogdon left side. And the rejection by Giannis. Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. Sabonis finds Brogdon. Here's the beast, covered by Giannis. Benson, just 2 to shoot. And another shot. Sabonis, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Poke loose. And a fast break now for the Pacers. The rebound by the Bucks. Middleton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hill. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
They double him with Middleton. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Milwaukee's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. They get it back. Ilyasova. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Maybe a bit of Ilyasova's game he doesn't get much credit for, but he can bait a defender into fouls like that.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Chris Middleton. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Milwaukee leading by 4.
Another offense.
Hill passes to Ilyasova. and too long on the shot.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Benson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Timeout called the Bucks. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically.
Our team is terrible.
Every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Giannis, no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Sabonis with the bucket.
This is a huge bonus to have Sabonis drill a couple shots and add some offense to the attack.
And of course, you know,
Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Yeah, Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
And so he'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, an emphatic LU jam.
I'm so glad.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
1:07 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Oladipo. Brogdon against Hill. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Yeah, sometimes that length that George Hill has can put the defense in a very peculiar spot. He was terrific that time drawing the foul.
And he's good on the second.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value.
Dude, this nigga's terrible.
Milwaukee in the lead. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Benson, the pass to Sabonis. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defense, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Benson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. 90% from the line in the game, shooting 9 of 10.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
12 seconds left in the third. Pass to DiVincenzo. Off target with his three. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it
Bro,
tonight
forget
and has
that
been the
dude.
driving force for Milwaukee. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish.
Oh, shoot.
Marvin Williams is out there with Matthews. Then it's George Hill, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo, DiVincenzo. The kick out to Matthews. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Bucks lead by 8.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious.
Of course they won, bro.
Because he feels as if it's not his child. Like, some days it's his, some days it's not. It's a roller coaster.
That's so lame.
He called me one day when he went back to where he was living.
I still was thugging though.
A couple of days, and he tells me,
I don't even care.
from him going out of town. I'm looking at my receipt right here.
41-17. Giannis 46. Okay, he did better than me, but still. No, he didn't do better than me.
So give me the history after the child was delivered.
I think I was probably like 5 months, maybe 5.5. He wound up leaving.
Whatever, bro. I tried. I can get to the front street. My character is by himself.